Welcome to the Henna Sooq channel. My name is Khadija and I'm bringing you another series of Ask Henna Sooq. I got some great questions that you guys have been asking that I took from the comments and I'm going to be answering them right now. So if you have questions that you want to ask, just put them in the comments below. And questions about what? Oh, henna natural hair dyeing, Ayurvedic healthy hair care, and henna and jaguar body art. You can ask any question about any of those topics. That's my specialty. That's what I focus on. And that's where this beautiful brand Hennasooq comes from. So let's get into these questions. Let's see what's going on. Question 1 comes from WTP, and they ask, what is the difference between these two products on your website? Indigo for hair and organic indigo. And why do you have two different indigos? Well, we also have like 4 or 5 different henna powders. So we have different herbs for different reasons. Let's talk about that indigo. First and foremost, some people want an organically certified indigo, and that particular one from that farm is better used usually to make like these reddish brown tones and up to like a dark brown. It's typically used for that. It's not as strong as the indigo for hair that we carry. And like our red raj, which you guys love so much, our best-selling henna powder, the indigo for hair is also our best seller because it is stronger in its dye content. It's better for achieving more so with stubborn hair and grays, that dark brown and up to black tones. So that's why we have both, because people love both of them and they're really popular. So we have 2 different clients really wanting either one of those indigos, just like we have those 4 or 5 different henna powders for different reasons. People are using, those for certain reasons. If you go to our website, under each product there's a description that will break down also why one is used over the other or what are the differences. And on our blog, we actually also have a few articles on that as well. Question number 2 comes from Lama Mare. Hi Khadija, I want to apply henna to my hair. My hair has previously been dyed brown and the roots have grown about 8 to 10 centimeters, which is about, I'm just guessing, because I grew up in Canada, so I know centimeters, but we presume it's about 2 or 3 inches about, I'm guessing off the top of my head. The roots will probably absorb the color much more than the rest of my hair. And what do you recommend I do? The only thing is I don't know what your natural hair color is. You said it was brown and you want to use henna. So, I mean, you can definitely just go red and go with henna. But in this case of this question, I need a little bit more information. When you do share this, I'll need to also know what's your natural hair color. Do you have any grays? Because that's going to affect like kind of my answer, like how, you may do it, because is it going to be two-toned for a while? Like, is your hair, it's dyed brown, so does it mean that it was lighter before or was it darker? So I need a little bit more information. You can in general, when you have dyed hair though and your natural hair color is growing in or grays in general, it's going to be kind of two-toned for a minute, so you kind of have to be patient and let it grow out because henna's not a chemical. It can't just like match like that, So you have to work. It's easier to work with your natural hair color over, dyed, because it's a different color. So, in that case, your color won't be like consistent until it all grows out, until you're originally starting with one color. And that's why grays sometimes stand out as a highlight. All right, question number 3 comes from Sil Marie. I'm new to your channel and I learned something new today. I've only ever used lemon juice to mix my henna and water to mix the indigo. Does the lemon juice make a difference over using water? What is better, water or lemon juice to cover grays? I find that warm to hot distilled water, is soft, it's gentle. That's my favorite go-to. That's what we're gonna use in the salon. That's what all the products are made with that as well. I just feel like it's better than tap, because tap can be really hard and, other things like that, unless you have a filter. So if you have a filter, that's great, definitely go with that. So lemon juice, to me, it's too harsh. It's a very acidic. And whereas it can give a boost to the henna, and you can add, you don't have to like really like totally leave it off. You can mix a little lemon juice and some of your water if you want to. You could definitely do that. But especially if you find that it's covering the grays really nicely and you kind of like the way it's coming out. But I definitely feel like the water is going to be much more gentle and softer on the hair, and it's not going to pull moisture out of your hair. I just find the acidity of lemon juice just dries your hair out. So it doesn't leave your hair feeling really nice. And if your hair is like normal to dry, that's even like worse, because your hair will probably feel crunchy and you'll have a bad henna experience, and you'll just say, oh, henna sucks, and tell everyone that you know that henna sucks so much because it's so dry. But it's really a matter of how you use the henna, and that's really important, that you use henna and Ayurvedic herbs in a way that your hair needs. If your hair needs moisture, then you have to use henna in a moisturizing way. You can't just use henna and be like, oh, I should have like all these amazing results. And if your hair is like screaming, I need moisture, you have to give your hair moisture. And then you can use some henna too. So you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I recommend. For color, definitely you could stick to just water. Definitely warm to hot distilled water. That'll be perfect. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, if you need a question answered, comment below. And also go to the chat right on our website at hennasooq.com and get an answer for one of our hair care experts right away, immediately. And we also have our professional body artist there. So if you have any questions about henna or jago body art, you can also ask that there. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye.